My pranams to all Atma Jyotis. I welcome all of you for today's session of Jivanmukti Viveka. Swami Vidyaranya has written a text called Jivanmukti Viveka to tell about the life of an enlightened being. Jivanmukti means liberation while you are alive. So far we looked at the Sthita Prajna Lakshana or the qualities of enlightened in the last section of Swami Vidyaranya had taken the Bhagavad Gita, shlokas 2.54, 2.65 and told about the qualities of a Sthita Prajna or an enlightened one. Now he is taking up the qualities of a Bhakta, devotee. So the devotee's qualities are taken up for discussion in the ensuing section. Bhagavad Gita chapter 12 is called Bhakti Yoga or about devotion. So the devotion is of two types, formless reality and with the form, Saguna and Nirguna. Saguna means the manifest reality, Vyakta Rupa. Nirguna means Avyakta Rupa, unmanifest reality. Shri Krishna tells Arjuna, for people are so identified with the body. They're very identified with the body-mind complex. For them, it is difficult to work on the path of Nirguna Nirakara, the formless reality. For them, Saguna, manifest reality, the path of manifest reality, Saguna, is much easier. So what is Saguna path? Looking at the entire world as the form of the Ishvara, the total universe as the form of Ishvara. What we see as the universe has Chara, Achara. Chara means moving, Achara means non-moving. Living and non-living, Jiva, Jada. So entire universe, look at it as a manifestation of Ishvara. So the manifestation of Ishvara, entire universe is called Virat Purusha. So then, any service you do to Ishvara is called devotional service, bhakti. And that service purifies. So this is about chapter 12 of Bhagavad Gita. Devotion and devotional service to Bhagavan in the form of universe. There's a beautiful story of Ramana Maharshi. Ramana Maharshi was sitting and one dog comes near Ramana Maharshi. The disciples of Ramana Maharshi start chasing away the dog. So Ramana Maharshi stops his disciples and tells them, the consciousness, Atma or God, all mean same thing, is in human body. And you call yourself as human being because the God is the indweller, the inner spirit, Atma in your body. So you think you are a human being. The same God is there in the dog also. The indweller of the dog is also God. The body is the vehicle. The body, human body is a human vehicle. The dog body is a dog vehicle. But the consciousness which drives it, Atman, is one and the same. So Ramana Maharshi asks his disciples, why do you consider me as Mahatma? The disciples say, you are a great realized being. So Ramana Maharshi says, Atma in me and Atma in dog is same. The vehicle is different. So why don't you consider dog as Mahatma? The dog, if you look at incidentally a word called dog, D-O-G, dog, is God reversed, G-O-D. So a bhakta means one who is able to see the presence of God in every living being and non-living being. That's the meaning of bhakta, the devotee. We have a concept of bhakta, means somebody who does puja, who does flowers, and who has a dress, who has a style of some type of dress. So does everyday puja. That's all the concept of bhakta for us. The real bhakta or real devotee sees the immanent reality, the God manifest in all living beings. That's called Sarvatma Bhava, the self in all. One in all is called devotee. The moment you bring the differences based on the body, because you consider body as the person, then actually you are not a devotee. There's a car and there's a driver. The car is not the driver. We know very well the driver is sitting inside the car. The consciousness Atma in the form of Jivatma is sitting in the body and driving it. So if you don't understand the difference between the driver and the vehicle, then there's a delusion. So Bhakta understands that every body is being driven by the Paramatma, Jivatma, sitting inside the body and driving it. So that's why he treats all living beings with love, compassion, and service. When, let's say, a car is nearby and you do namaskar to the car, so you're not doing namaskar to the car, you are doing namaskar to the person sitting inside the car. Have you seen anybody doing namaskar to the car? Hi, how are you? I mean, people may do it also, crazy people today. That's a different thing. So when you do namaskara, you are doing namaskara to a sentient being, a conscious being sitting inside a car, driver. Similarly, all living beings, when you do namaskara or when we treat each other with respect, it is not for the body at all. It is for the consciousness which drives the body. It is God, Paramatma. So this is the teaching of Sri Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 12. Sri Krishna, and what is the importance of bhakti? The devotion purifies us. The devotion frees us from the commotion of emotion. Emotions disturb us. Devotions purify us. Chitta Shuddhi happens with the devotion. So what are the qualities of a devotee? The devotee develops the qualities which are divine in nature. So those qualities Sri Krishna tells in chapter 12. Let us look at those qualities. Okay. So what are those qualities? So the world is nothing but duality. The duality or dvandva is the nature of the world. Everything in the world is a connected opposites. Connected opposites called polar opposites. So good and bad are not opposite of each other. They're connected opposites. There cannot be bad without good. The darkness and light are connected opposites. There cannot be darkness without light. The entire world is nothing but connected opposites. Success is connected to failure. Failure is connected to success. If you don't try and are not ready for failure, success will not come. If you're ready to fail, then success may come, because they are connected opposites. But the problem of our human life is only we want one part of the connected life. We don't want the other part. We want happiness, but we don't want unhappiness. We want good, we don't want bad. We want success, but we don't want failure. So we try to choose. We become choosers. In duality, you cannot choose. The moment you choose one thing, other will follow. So many people got success without a failure. So it all that maybe we already think, but what we don't see, the sweat, the strain, the trouble which goes behind the success. How many times they have failed, we don't know. We only see the success. How many lifetimes they have tried, we don't know. We only see the outcome. So nothing in life is accidental. Everything in life is by cause and effect. So if you think that somebody has become very successful, we don't know how much struggle and how much trouble they have gone through in life. We only see the outcome, but we don't see the what has gone behind that. The toil, the sweat, the failures, all those things we don't see. Recently, we had Gukesh, who became the youngest world champion. Success is glorified, glamorous. But we don't know how much a young boy has spent. He stopped going to school, he did homeschooling. Day in and day out, he has to intensely work on chess problems. A lot of hard work. And many failures will go behind before you become successful. If you're afraid of failure, you'll never be able to success. That's the key. So this is the law of nature. If you cannot remove one aspect of duality and hold on to other aspect of duality. That is the key. So that Sri Krishna tells in the Bhagavad Gita in chapter 12, he stresses on that. He keeps on stressing about duality. Advaita. Dvandva. It's called Dvandva. The entire 12th chapter is again and again comparison of dualities. Answer? This one. This one. So let us look at what Sri Krishna is saying. The duality brings us two inner emotions. It's called raga and dvesha. Raga is I want this, I want this. Dvesha is I don't want this, I want to run away from this. Raga means attraction, dvesha means repulsion. We may have raga and dvesha for objects of the world, money, power, position. We may have raga and dvesha for people. Okay? Situations. Right? I have to go to dentist shop. That sound of dentist, I don't like it at all. Dvesha. But I can't avoid. I have to work on the tooth. Raga and dvesha. Our first reaction to life is raga and dvesha. Okay? Attraction and repulsion. So Sri Krishna plays on the raga and dvesha, the twin polarities in the chapter 12. He tells Bhakta has gone beyond this raga and dvesha. The devotee means not one who does puja, not one who has a dress, not who dances and sings. Somebody who has gone beyond raga and dvesha, he calls devotee, Bhakta. So we have a very a picture of a devotee. Devotee should be like this. He should dress like this. He should sing like this. Or he should have big that japamala inside. All those things have an idea of a devotee. But Sri Krishna says, who is the real devotee? Bhakta. So the real devotee has one who has gone beyond raga and dvesha. Attraction and repulsion. Raga means attraction and dvesha means repulsion. So here there is a question. The question asked is, a person on the spiritual path also has done a lot of sadhana, right? Karma yoga, upasana, he does. He does yoga. And he has also gone beyond raga and dvesha. Then what is the point of enlightenment? What is the point of mukti? What is the point of aparoksha jnana? That's the question. Is the question clear? The people on the path of seeking sadhana, they do spiritual practice. The spiritual practices, like for example, somebody does not take food for 24 hours. Upasa. Why? That is to have an attraction for food. Raga. Okay. So to overcome raga, I do the fasting. So attraction and repulsion, overcoming attraction and repulsion is called sadhana. Are you clear? So we have a lot of what I'm calling illusions about sadhana. Sadhana means the duality creates attraction and repulsion. To not to succumb to attraction repulsion is called sadhana. Is that clear? So we think sadhana is worshipping God. Sadhana means overcoming the attraction and repulsion caused by the duality. Of course, that will happen only when you are connected to God internally. Are you clear? So the question being asked is, even a good sadhaka, we can see a lot of divine qualities in him. Okay, he is very compassionate, he is very loving, and he does service with a smile. And whatever anybody shouts at him, he is not disturbed. Even a sadhaka, good sadhaka, develops all these qualities of becoming free from raga and dvesha. Then why somebody requires aparoksha jnana, enlightenment? Sadhaka is having the qualities, the great qualities. What are these great qualities? These qualities, raga, dvesha, becoming free from raga, dvesha, your mind will be always calm and peaceful. So the Purva Pakshi is saying, anyway, sadhaka's mind has become calm and peaceful in the sadhana itself. Then what is the purpose of aparoksha jnana? What is the purpose of further sadhana to remove kashaya? Is the question. Is the question clear? Clear. In the process of sadhana itself, he has achieved a high degree of freedom from raga and dvesha. Then is aparoksha jnana or enlightenment is required or not? The answer is, in sadhaka, the person who is seeker, the ego is still dominant. Ego is there. He is trying to master the ego. Okay. For him, freedom from raga dvesha is with effort. It's not effortless. The effort is there because ego is still active. But still he is able to overcome the ego. So that is called siddhi. He masters the ego. Okay. His mastery over the ego gives him certain qualities which will free from raga and dvesha. He becomes free from raga dvesha. He does compassionate, loving service, karma yoga, and he has a calm mind, and he doesn't get attracted, repulsed by people. So all those things he develops. But still, there is a sense of ego. So there is a sense of effort involved in doing this. But if he becomes a siddha, aparoksha jnani, the effort is gone. It becomes sahaja, natural. So we have to understand what is siddhi for a sadhaka. Siddhi means achievement for a seeker is sahaja for a jnani. natural for a gnani. Is the difference understood? Siddhi and sahaja. For example, a seeker does karma yoga. Okay, again and again he does service. Again and again he gets in focus the mind. So in this focus and this thing, still there is a effort involved. It's not effortless. He has achieved a high degree of non-doership, but still there's effort involved. That's why it's called siddhi. He has achieved a siddhi, but it has not become sahaja. It becomes sahaja when the ego is dropped. That ego dropping is called aparoksha jnana or jivanmukti. Till the ego is dropped, you achieve a very high degree of siddhi. That's why it's said in Vedanta, if somebody comes for Atma jnana, that's why somebody comes for Atma jnana, he should have shama, dama, titiksha, uparati, shraddha, samadhana, all these qualities. Shama means patience, dama means control of sense organs, titiksha means ability to withstand pain, uparati means mind constantly going to the self, titiksha means shraddha means faith, samadhana. All these qualities are really the qualities of a sthita prajna or enlightened one. But there is a difference. So a person who is coming for sadhana, for that, he has an effort in developing them. Whereas a aparoksha jnani has no effort, it's his sahaja. Is the distinction clear? So it is like learning is cycling. Somebody wants to learn cycling, he is able to learn, somebody is holding him, supporting him. He's able to drive for some time, then fall. Drive for some time and fall. That guy is a sadhaka. He has learned cycling, but he is not able to comfortably go into traffic. But when he becomes an expert, Siddha Purusha, he is able to drive the cycle in any traffic. Nobody has to hold him. Right? So similarly, what is sadhana or spiritual practice for a seeker, spiritual discipline for a seeker, becomes sahaja for a siddha purusha or gnani. That's why karma yoga is sahaj, a effort for a seeker. Karma yoga is an effort for sadhaka, but it's effortless for a gnani. Is the distinction clear? So in a way, the seeker and effort go together. As long as seeker is there, effort is there. When the seeker drops, effort is gone. So Sri Krishna tells about, constantly points out raga and dvesha, attraction and repulsion. So let us look at this raga and dvesha. What is there? Ishwararpita manastvena samahitasya anya anusadhanasya abhavat. This is actually commentary of Swami Vidyaranya. So why he is a balanced in life? Okay. So life is a balance, right? It's dynamic balance. So why a seeker or a bhakta is balanced? Why he is so? Because his mind is constantly absorbed in God. The mind is constantly absorbed in the higher level reality, God. So when the mind is constantly a higher level reality in God, the lower level things, raga, dvesha, drops by itself. So the mind completely absorbed in God is called samadhi state. There is no thoughts, there's no question of raga and dvesha. On the other hand, he comes out of samadhi. Now, absence objects will not create raga and dvesha, sorrow or happiness, because he is constantly focused on the higher level called God. His purpose is higher. Pain and pleasure does not bother him. See here, how many times he has brought duality, happiness or sorrow, pain and pleasure. So he becomes indifferent to the objects of the world, vairagya, because he is focused on the higher. Any samadhi, there's no question of raga and dvesha, because samadhi means it's like a deep sleep-like state. Then there's no question of thoughts. But when he interacts with the world, still he is not disturbed, because his mind is focused on the Ishvara, Bhagavan. So the example is like this. So raga and dvesha both are there for a common man. For a bhakta, raga and dvesha he has overcome. He has overcome, that's why he has developed all these qualities of shama, dhamma, titiksha, uparti, shraddha, samam. So bhakti is actually a purification process, chitta shuddhi. Now why bhakta is able to overcome? Because his purpose is higher. So let us not worry about bhakta and all. Okay, somebody is studying for IIT entrance exam. A student, ordinary student. Now when he is studying for IIT entrance exam, he gets a fever. Okay, uncomfortable, but still he goes back to study. Some friends calls him for a movie. No, he doesn't go. Raga and dvesha, he overcomes because his purpose is higher. Right? So if your purpose is God established in God, naturally raga and dvesha will drop. So please do not be under the impression that I have to drop raga dvesha to get God. Focus on God, raga dvesha will drop. That's the other way. Focus on the higher, the lower will drop. So many people do a mistake of removing the raga and dvesha. Don't do that. Focus on the higher, the lower will drop. So I don't want to have a raga, I don't want to desha, I want to have vairagya. So this actually is working at the superficial level, surface level. When you focus on the higher, the lower will drop by itself. That is the meaning. Is bhakta equal to same as gnani? Not yet. But bhakta's inner purification is qualifying him for full gnana. Shama, dhamma, titiksha, uparti, shraddha, samadhana, mumukshutva develop fully in the bhakta. That's where raga, dvesha gets dropped. So a dynamic equilibrium is achieved. See, here I have put it a dynamic equilibrium, not a static equilibrium. One stone is here, even a little bit imbalance will tilt. So life is dynamic equilibrium. No, I don't have raga, dvesha. I am like a stone. So that's not right. Every moment of life, my moment of life is dynamic. Moment to moment, you have to be balanced. Not one moment I am balanced. No, I am balanced. So a person who is okay, see, I don't care for the world. I'll sit one place. That's not dynamic. There's a static balance. Dynamic balance is every situation in life you have to balance yourself. When you meet people, you should balance. When your raga and dvesha arise in you, you have to balance. When you see attractive objects and distracting objects, you should balance. When there's pain and pressure, you have to balance. It's a dynamic balance. Life is always about dynamic balance. It's not static balance. Static balance is dead. A stone has no raga and dvesha. It's static, inert, jada. A bhakta is fully in dynamic balance. So raga dvesha is free. Then Sri Krishna keeps on praising the qualities of a bhakta. Adveshta sarva bhutana maitra karunayevacha nirmaha nirankaro samadukka shami. So a bhakta hates nobody, hates none. Why you should hate none? Because what we call as the person is a body. Body is a vehicle. But the driver is Paramatma, the consciousness. So whom should he hate? Should he hate the body or the God inside? So he has no hatred for anybody. He is friendly with everybody. Friendly with what? Not with the body. They're friendly with the consciousness inside. He is friendly with God inside. So I am friendly with the car. You can't say. You'll be friendly with the car driver. So our friendship is not with the body, but the God in the body, the Chaitanyam in the body, the conscious in the body. That is friendly. Compassionate. The compassion comes because of the conscious being there. He is compassionate towards all because he sees Sarva Bhutatma. All living beings has a driver inside. All bodies are driven by a conscious entity. That's called Jivatma, who is none other than Paramatma. God alone is there in everybody. When he sees one in all, there is a natural compassion. He has no sense of mind. Mamakara. The sense of mind comes when you say something belongs to me. For him, for a bhakta, everything belongs to God. There's no question of mind. And he is free from egoism. His ego has become sattvic ego, pure ego. Rajas and when he say free from egoism, rajas and tamas is gone. He is active, he is sattvic, and he is free from the ego. Who is even-minded in pleasure and pain and patient. Patience is one of the highest qualities of spirituality. Development of infinite patience. Pleasure and pain. He is free from the duality of pleasure and pain. So one story is there about patience. Okay. One Naradji was going in a forest. He sees two people hanging upside down from a tree and doing meditation to realize God. Both of them speak Naradji. Naradji, you are going to Narayana. Please let me know. Okay. How many lifetimes are required for me to realize God? So Naradji comes back. Then he tells the first person, you have only 100 lifetimes before you realize God. That person starts crying, jumps from the tree, okay, and starts shouting at God. It tells the other, Naradji tells the other person, see, there are many, many leaves in this tree, and there are many leaves in the forest. So you are unlucky. Narayana said, you will take so many lifetimes, as many leaves are in the tree and the forest, before you get mukti. So the person jumps with joy. What a grace of Bhagavan. Even after so many lifetimes, I'll get mukti. Okay. My sadhana has become fruitful. At that moment, he gets mukti. Because mukti, another name for mukti is also patience. So again and again, Sri Krishna tells about duality, right? Pleasure and pain. So one who is free from pleasure and pain and patient. So next, santushtaha shantam yogi yata atma dhrana nishchayaha. Who is ever present, ever content. Content means whatever I get, I'm contented. Steady in meditation. He is able to meditate again and again. Self-controlled. He is able to control the ego, master the ego. Resolute. He is very focused. With his mind and intellect fixed on me, he is dear to me. Say the qualities are told. First is called contentment. Contentment means what? Whatever comes to in our life, content doesn't mean that you don't have to earn more, earn money, whatever is that. Contentment means what you get, you should be satisfied. So we'll do some effort. Okay. And always we have a craving. I put so much of effort, but result didn't come properly. We always have a complaint. I put so much of effort, but result has not come. Result is not accurate. But then what we are neglecting is what you have got. Contentment means what you get, be satisfied. Do not worry what you didn't get. That's the meaning of contentment. But our mind is always constantly focused on what I don't get. So when you focus on what you don't get, the mind will be agitated, restless. If you are satisfied, please understand, a person who is contented can earn money, become successful, have a large amount of money. Nothing wrong with that. But contentment doesn't refer to that. Contentment means I put some effort and I get something in return. Be happy with what you got and never feel bad about what you didn't get. That's called contentment. Many people misuse the word for contentment for laziness also. No. Contentment is not laziness. Contentment is focused on getting what you got, not worrying and just getting disturbed by what you didn't get. That's the meaning of contentment. Contentment is not an excuse for laziness. Contentment is not an excuse for running away from life. Be contented. A contented person can do many things in life. So if I am content with what I have, why seek anything? So if you are content for what you have, what you get, this is about external things. What you get, let's say you get 1 lakh rupees today. Tomorrow that 1 lakh rupees will be 10 rupees because of inflation. So if you are content with 10 rupees, be content with that. Life is not static. Life is dynamic. Life keeps on throwing new challenges. You have to face life, but be contented in facing life. Life is not static at all. The moment what is static is dead, inert. You have to be contented in a dynamic environment. That's the whole point. Then what Sri Krishna says? Contented, steady in meditation, means his mind is focused on God. Self-controlled. Self-controlled means self-imposed disciplines. What I should do, what I should not do. Resolute. He is focused on realization. His mind and intellect fixed on me. So he is still a sadhaka. His focus is God. Mind and intellect is focused on God. So mind and intellect, there are two terms here. So mind is actually the desires will keep coming. Raga, dvesha will keep coming. Intellect means a decision maker. Mind has two parts, lower mind and higher mind. Lower mind, desires will keep coming. Intellect, higher mind, decision maker. So both are fixed on God. Raga, dvesha will overcome because I want to realize God. Mind has to be calm to realize God. Intellect is focused because I know what I want. I know my purpose is not the material object. My purpose is God. So both are there. That's called, such a person is called devotee, bhakta. Then another important characteristic of this bhakta, what is that? Yasma no dvijate lokha, loka no dvijate cha yaha, harsha amarsha bhaya udvegha muktaha yahasa cha me priyaha. So Sri Krishna tells which kind of devotee is closer to him. So one by whom the world is not disturbed and who is not disturbed by the world, who is from duality of joy and envy, joy and sorrow, fear and anxiety, he is dear to me. So there are two types of people in the world. There are three types of people. One type of people, they disturb the world, but they are not disturbed. They create trouble for everybody, but they are not disturbed. Okay, they create disturbance for the others, Their presence is a disturbance, but they're not disturbed. So there are other type of people. There's a lot of disturbance in the world, but they're not disturbed. Disturbance in the world doesn't disturb them. Okay, but these people can disturb the others. So a bhakta is not disturbed by the world. Neither he disturbs the world. He doesn't disturb anybody, nor the world disturbs him. Why does the world doesn't disturb him? Because everything happening in the world, success and failure, okay, friends and relatives, is nothing but prarabdha karma. Whatever action you have done has come to you. Why should you be disturbed? And he will not disturb anybody because he doesn't want to create further karma. Not disturbed by the world because it's my karma which is coming back. I am not disturbing anybody because I don't want to create further karma. So that's called bhakta. Right? Then he is free from joy and sorrow, the duality. Something comes, we are joyful. Something goes, we are sorrowful. For bhakta, both won't make a difference. He is like an ocean. Ocean, there's heavy rains. It does not make a difference to the way ocean. And there's no rains. It doesn't make a difference to the ocean. Because the ocean is self-contented. So a bhakta is contented because I am connected to God. I am one with God. He is free from fear and anxiety. Fear and anxiety. Fear and anxiety related to future. So fear is about the future. Anxiety is about future. So what will happen if I lose what I have today? What will happen if I don't get what I want? That's called fear and anxiety. Why bhakta is free from that? Because he knows what you are going to lose, hold, or what you are going to lose is not determined by your fear and anxiety. It is based on prarabdha karma. Whatever karma you have done will come back to you. Then what do you do with it? By fear and anxiety, what do you do? What will you achieve? So the next quality of bhakta, devotee, anapekshah shuchi daksha उदासीनः गतव्यतः सर्वारंभ सर्वारंभ प्रियत्यागी यह मत भक्ता समय प्रियः अनपेक्षः प्योर हार्टेड शुचिः प्योर हार्टेड दक्षः very capable of delighting in Brahman, indifferent to or untroubled when all sorrows have left, who gives up all undertakings, is called my devotee. So the question of a devotee comes here, bhakta. Anapekshaha. Anapekshaha means there's no expectation in life. Anapekshaha. See, our sorrow in life because we expect something from life. We expect when we give somebody something, then we expect something in return. So the expectation causes us, makes us a slave. So if I talk to you, you should smile. That expectation causes me hurt. Then what happens to you? What happens to me? I become a slave of you. Because if you smile, I'll be happy. If I don't smile, I'll be unhappy. Why do you want to become slave of somebody? So bhakta is not slave of anybody. It's called anapeksha. He has no expectation from anybody. He has expectation only from, he has only connection to God. Shuchihi. Shuchihi means pure. So it so happened, my father was coming from a very poor family. He got a very good marks in SLC. So he thought good marks in SLC from a poor student will qualify for him for a job. He applied for many jobs. At that time, jobs were not available. Then if he goes to one person and says, I have got very good marks. So that person looks at the marks card and says, throws the marks card and says, what is the use of these marks? He says. So that moment, my father said, I'll not ask anybody. No human beings shall ask. I'll only depend on God. If God gives, I'll accept it. That's the meaning of anapeksha. After that, he didn't have expectations on anybody in the society. Shuchihi means pure. The pure-heartedness. What is pure-heartedness? The heart where the disturbance is less. Because heart is where disturbance happens. Raga dvesha arises. Dakshaha means very capable. What is very capable? Very skillful. Because any situation in life, his mind is constantly focused on God. So any situation in life, it doesn't create a imbalance in him. He is skillful. Like when you are driving in a vehicle, traffic, very skillfully. Okay, Bangalore traffic, anybody can come from left side, right side, upside, downside. Okay, auto, cycle, anybody can come. But very skillful because you want to protect your car. Your driving is very skillful. So this person is very skillful in driving through life because he is protecting his faith and shraddha in God. He's skillful for that perspective. Udasinaha gatavyataha. He has vyataha. Vyata means no depression, no sorrow. Delights in Brahman. Sarvaramba parityagi. Yaha madbhakta same priyaha. Sarvaramba parityagi means no initiative he takes up. See, we take up some initiative in life. I want this, I want this, I want this. That's why I will get up. The desires comes in of life. I want this, I want this, I want this. The desires makes you, desire called sankalpa. Sankalpa will make you move. Sankalpa will make you act. Okay. So now, he has no sankalpa other than God. Bhagavan, other than God, there is no sankalpa. Then he will not undertake any actions for happiness. But he will do all undertaking for loka kalyana, service. Because God is in the form of the world, Ishvara. Not for selfish reasons, he will not have any desire arising. For loka kalyana, he will do. Because loka is nothing, universe is nothing but a manifestation of God, Ishvara. That's why he is Sarvaramba Prityagi. Means he will not take any initiative for selfish reason. Parityagi. But he will take initiative for Loka Kalyana or Ishvara Sankalpa, Ishvara Seva. There he will not hesitate. Madbhaktaha. Such a person is my devotee. Same Priyaha. God says he is very close to me. Next shloka is Yaha na harshati, na dveshti, na shochayati, na kankshayati, shubhasho parityagi, bhaktimayha, same priyaha. So again dualities, multiple dualities. Na harshati, not get elated. Na dveshti, attraction, repulsion. Na raga, dvesha is gone. Na shochati, doesn't get sorrow, feel sorrow. Na kankshati, no desire. Shubhasho parityagi, one who has dropped shubha ashubha, good and evil, and is full of devotion. So now, what he has meaning of good and evil he has dropped? He means when good things comes in our life, good people or evil people, the mind, evil people come, mind gets agitated. Good people can, mind feels good. So now, good and evil causes disturbance in us. But good and evil does not create disturbance in bhakta, because he sees in good and evil the play of God. Prahlada, his father, throws him from the mountain, puts him into fire. But Prahlada he's evil king, Hiranyakashipu. Prahlada has no anger, no fear also. He has only love for God. Hiranyakashipu, the Hiranyakashipu is the body, but Paramatma is there in Hiranyakashipu. Prahlada is always focused on Vasudeva. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. The Vasudeva who is present in Hiranyakashipu, Prahlada respects. For him, there's no good and bad, or attraction and repulsion. Next is Sama Shatru cha mitre cha tata manapamanayoh Shita Ushna Sukha Dukkeshu Samaha Sangha Virjitaha. See here the qualities again, duality. Friend and foe is alike. Friend and enemy is alike. Because the friend and foe are the bodies. They're not the bodies. There's a consciousness inside. Paramatma inside. Jiva. There's Paramatma he is respecting. And also honor and dishonor. Somebody comes and blames him. Somebody comes and praises him. It does not matter. Cold and heat, opposite polarities. Pleasure and pain. Who is free from? And he is free from attachment. Is called bhakta. See here, friend and foe are alike. That means, okay, friend he gives a cup of coffee, and foe also he gives a cup of coffee. Not necessarily. He will deal with their actions, but he has neither anger or hatred for the consciousness, the person, the conscious inside. If Ravana comes and shoots an arrow at Ravana, Rama will fight back for the actions of Ravana. But Rama has no hatred for Ravana. For Rama is called Ajata Shatru. He has no enemies. Because he does not hate anybody. But Ravana may hate Rama. The other way is true. So Rama does not hate Ravana. Rama's actions are correcting the actions of Ravana. It's not about anger or hatred to Ravana. So he is equal to friend and foe. For him, both friend and foe are equal. He will treat them equally. He will correct the action, and he has no hatred for the person. Because the consciousness inside drives the body. That is nothing but Paramatma. And he has only love for the Paramatma. Honor and dishonor. So people come and do namaskara to the person, or people come and blame the person, shout the person. He has equanimity. Why? The blame and honor are for the body. People respect only the body. The consciousness inside, Atma, is beyond blame and honor. So I am the Atma. So why should he get disturbed by blame and honor? Fame and blame. Cold and heat also related to body. Pain and pleasure are related to body. So bodily pain and pleasure, cold and heat, he may put a sweater, he may put a dress, but internally he is peaceful and calm. He doesn't disturb him. So some people, there's a cold outside. Hey, what a bad day. I have no mood. The cold outside has affected the mood inside. So this person, Nani, there's no mood affecting at all. Cold is there. He may wear a sweater or he may shiver, but there's no mood change inside. And he has no attachment to anybody. Again, Krishna is bringing the duality. Then next comes, again, Krishna is playing for a bhakta. He is always playing with the duality, Dvandva. So tulya ninda stutir mauni santushtha yena kenachit aniketaha stiramatihi bhaktiman me priyaha naraha. One who is equal minded, even minded in blame and praise. Mauni means silent, silent inside. Santushtaha yena kenachit, content means whatever he gets. Whatever he gets, he is happy, peaceful. Aniketaha, homeless. Stiramatihi. Homeless means what? Okay. What is the meaning of homeless? There's a concept of homeless is in the street. This is not that homeless. The home here means this is my house. My body is mine. Body is my house. The house is mine. He is homeless because home and the body belongs to God. There's no ownership on the home. There's no ownership on the body. That's why he's homeless. The ownership is spoken of as homelessness. Then comes the stiramatihi. Mind is steady. Mind doesn't keep on wavering. I want this, I want that, I want that, I want that. Next moment something comes, mind will change. Flickering mind. It's not there. Because mind is anchored in God. Bhaktiman, full of devotion. Such a man is dear to me. The devotion to God. Devotion to God is love. Love for all living beings. Love for all non-living beings. The love and compassion is the nature of such a person. The love and compassion is because he sees one God in all, one in all. That person is called Bhakta. That's called Sarva Atma Bhava. Everywhere God is there. So this is the quality of a Bhakta. And this quality of Bhakta purifies him intensely. That's why Sri Krishna says he's my Priya. He's closer to me. He's very close to me. He's ready to become a Jnani. Anybody has a question on Zoom or any question on YouTube? Yes, Vaniji, any questions? Or Deepa?
Dynamic balance, Guruji.
Dynamic balance, okay. Static balance means dead.
Yes, he is full of dynamic balance.
Okay. Yes, Vani, any questions? Katyayani, Henry?
Very clear, Prabhuji. No questions.
In case of Bhakta, no? See, in case of Gnani, he takes up the higher qualities. In case, okay, in case of Bhakta, he keeps on speaking of duality. Because Raga and Dvesha is objects of the world. Love for God takes you beyond the duality.
No, that was very clear. Vairagya is not battling with Raga Dvesha, it is just getting anchored in the higher principle.
That is the key. The entire Bhakti Yoga, when you have love for God, the lower will be not there. Others will keep on struggling with the Raga and Dvesha. I don't want this. I want to get Vairagya. We are struggling with the lower. The higher is what makes a difference.
That's amazing.
ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಗುರುಜಿ.
Okay. So,
Prabhuji.
Yes, who is speaking?
Purnima.
Elder Purnima.
But too many qualities to be cultivated, so we will go for that easier option or better option.
What is the better option?
Hold on to higher, go for jnana, and be, try to be in that all the time, and others will be added on to you.
The constant surrender to God. Okay, constant holding on to God will help you to drop other things. That's the key.
Yes.
Right? Don't struggle with Raga and Dvesha. Don't struggle with the lower thing in the world. Hold on to the higher is the simplest possible thing.
Yes,
then other qualities will follow. So, I'll give an example, right? Oh, my son, child, don't go to movies. Don't go to sports. No, I want to go to movie. So, he's struggling with going to movie or sports. But his mind is focused on IIT entrance exam. then he will drop by himself. Focus on the higher, the lower will drop. That's the key.
Very nice.
Raga and Dvesha are built-in features of a Jivatma. Raga and Dvesha, are they natural to Jivatma? They are natural to Jivatma when the sense organs are outside. When you are connected with the Raga and connected with God, when we connect with God, Raga and Dvesha will not affect you. See, love overcomes all this. Let me ask you, many of you are mothers, okay? Giving birth to a child is easy. Carrying the child in 9 months in the womb is easy. The labor pain is easy, okay? Taking care of the babysitting is easy. Everything is difficult. It's not easy at all. Life of a mother is not easy at all. Okay, but mother is able to take care of all this smilingly because of love for child. The love for the child, mother is able to ignore her body pain, drop her sleep, ignore her likes and dislikes because of the love for the child. Same love, you replace with the love for God, all your raga dvesha will drop. That's the key. Is it clear? So, what is natural to us? Raga dvesha is natural to us. Then unconscious living. Only human being has the privilege of going conscious evolution and coming out of this. So, entire thing we are speaking of, what we call as natural raga dvesha at the animal life, at human life, we'll at a crossroad. We can overcome this consciously. So, by developing the love for higher, by developing sadhana. So, what is unconscious and natural to us will become out of that freedom with consciously. Narshimurti, any questions?
Hari Om, Prabhuji.
Hari Om.
Just small question which is related to Aniketana.
Aniketana.
So is that Aniketana said in the context of Brahman?
No. He is Aniketana. The Bhakta is Aniketana. He has no home. So you have heard one sentence in Kannada, right? Allide nama mane, illi bande sumane. My home is God. Okay? And I came here. So whatever you call material is not my home. The God alone is my home. So that's why it's Aniketana from the world point of view. It is all referred to not to Brahman but Jivatma.
One of the Kuvempu's poem is also there related to this.
Onanna Chetana Aguni Aniketana.
So that displays self to get.
The Jivatma is identified with the body and says, "It's my body, my home, and all." When my is dropped, he becomes Aniketana. He is homeless.
Thanks.
Okay. If there are no questions for anybody, we'll sit silently for some time. Any questions on YouTube? asatoma sadgamaya tamasoma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om shanti shanti shantihi. Purnamadah purnamidam purnat purnamudachyate purnasya purnamadaya purnamevavashishyate. Om shanti shanti shantihi. ನಾನೆಂಬುದು ನಾನಲ್ಲ, ಇದೇಹ ಮನಬುದ್ಧಿ ನಾನಲ್ಲ, ಸಚಿದಾನಂದಾತ್ಮ ಶಿವನಾನ್ನೇ, ಶಿವೋಹಂ ಶಿವೋಹಂ ಶಿವೋಹಂ. ಆತ್ಮದರ್ಶನಂ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮದರ್ಶನಂ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮದರ್ಶನಂ ಸತ್ಯದರ್ಶನಂ. ಅಂತರ್ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಬಹಿರ್ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಪ್ರತ್ಯಗ್ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಪರಾತ್ಪರ ಜ್ಯೋತಿರೇವ ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಸ್ವಯಂ ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಆತ್ಮಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಶಿವೋಸ್ಮ್ಯಹಂ. ಲೋಕಾಃ ಸಮಸ್ತಾಃ ಸುಖಿನೋ ಭವಂತು. ಲೋಕಾಃ ಸಮಸ್ತಾಃ ಸುಖಿನೋ ಭವಂತು. ಲೋಕಾಃ ಸಮಸ್ತಾಃ ಸುಖಿನೋ ಭವಂತು. ಹರಿ ಓಂ. ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುಭ್ಯೋ ನಮಃ. ಹರಿ ಓಂ. Slowly open your eyes. Light of Self Foundation Atma Jyoti Vishwa Gurukulam is recognized by Karnataka State Sanskrit University. We are dedicated to Atmanu Mokshartam Jagadaya. You are welcome to visit our website, YouTube channel, like and share. Namaste.